evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all fine and dandy. If you are joining us on Instagram, yes, we are live on Instagram as well. I don't know how bad it's going to sound or how good it's going to sound, but we will soon find out. It is Wednesday.
Sound like shit, isn't it? It's going to sound like shit because we never get things right. Everything always goes wrong, and it's a technical balzo.
I've got this feeling that it is going to go tits up, but I am looking at it, and it does look.
There.
Are you listening to the sound? It does look alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, I haven't got the sound on. I've muted.
Yeah, I ain't got the sound on either. But if anybody's over on Instagram, go and check us out and see how we actually sound. We're getting all technical, bro. Yeah. We're getting all technical.
Oh, you sound wonderful.
You sound wonderful. That's what you need. What's happened there? I've moved myself out of a box for some reason, or have I moved the box? There we go. What's happening? I'm losing it. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Sod it. You can sort of see me. I'll come down a bit.
Balls up.
It's me, I balls everything up. It is Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3 Minute Vape Show. I think I've already said that. Thank you so much for joining us. Just like normal, week in, week out. Your support is amazing. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, 3 Men Vape. Get you 15% off of the wonderful Rochford project. Get yourself over to the website. Spend some money all the way till 12 o'clock, that 15%. Also, we will be giving that away. 2 bottles of it. You'll have your little chance later on. People on Instagram, you can't actually join this. If you do over there and you do want to join in for the giveaway, you're going to have to come across to YouTube, which is Little Bro Vapes' channel. It has been a week. Mr. B, how are you?
Perturbed. That was the word that was on my calendar today. So, but no, it's been a weird week. Obviously, things with me working brilliantly. I'm still swimming and doing all that jazz. But in the midst of all the dark clouds created by the bunny boiling left eccentrics, I had a bright spark come through the clouds and show me just how amazing the human race actually is. Especially people at Legio X. Lizzie sent me 200 mils of their amazing flavours, and I've got to say, I am blown away by the strawberry, rhubarb, and blackcurrant.
Good, isn't it?
Truly blown away by it.
I think Flat Cap. I know you were Flat Cap were having a bit of a joke with it, or weren't you? When you
he's a dickhead.
He's lovely, Flat Cap. But yeah, but he hit the nail on the head. They are such a lovely couple, and they're really nice, genuine people. You met them as well at Expo, didn't you, bro? And you've spoken to them, and I've spoken to them. They are genuinely a really nice couple and a really, really nice company as well. So if anybody's out there who hasn't tried Legio X, please get yourself over to their website. Again, support the UK mixers. Get yourself over to their website and stick an order in and go and taste their wares.
Yeah, and if you're not sure which flavour to go for, I've reviewed quite a few of them, so you can just check the reviews out.
Yeah, and he hasn't been paid for any of them.
Don't forget to tell the people on Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
What he's saying, Instagram, is to go over to YouTube and go to Mark Solom Vapes.
No, it's just Solo. Just Solo.
Oh, just Solom. There you go. Go find Solom. You'll see his reviews. I'm helping him out here, Instagram. You're going to have to bear with him.
I need all the help I can get.
So do I. Mr. B, have you been swimming this week?
Of course I have.
And how's it been?
Of course I have. It's been an experience. It always is when I go swimming. To be fair, but I don't know it's because it's summer, or I don't know it's because they've put the prices up. I've had the pool all to myself, and it's been wonderful. Not had to dodge or drown any grannies. I've not had to deal with any splashing around dickheads or people jumping in the pool thinking they're at wavelengths. It's been wonderful. And I can just quietly get on. I've got myself some of these. Now, this is a waterproof MP3 player. I've just loaded it up with thousands of completely eclectic choice songs, and I stick it on, and I just swim and lose myself in the music. And before I know it, I've done nearly an hour.
So obviously the waterproof.
Yeah, well, that's why I said the waterproof MP3 player.
That's not bad at all.
They're only 20 quid.
All right.
Yeah, 20 quid off Amazon. Unbelievable.
That's well worth it, isn't it? For, like if you're going to beach or holiday or whatever.
Well, there's nothing more boring, and I'm sorry to say this for all those swimmerites out there that think they Tom Daly. There's nothing more boring than doing something for an hour with nothing but your thoughts to keep you company. Before now, I'd sung 99 bottles of beer on the wall, all the way down to one, just to keep myself occupied while I was swimming. But now I've got some music to listen to, or I've got a couple of podcasts that I put on there as well. And the time flies, and it's wonderful.
Shrek, just to let you know, the buzzing, if anybody can hear any buzzing, it is, I've got 2 fish tanks in here. So the tank over there has got a new aerator in it, and that's the buzzing you can slightly hear on it. But yeah, mate, I'm glad. I'm glad you're all up and running, so to speak.
Yeah, well... Swimming, not running.
Has anything come about the huddle?
I'm in, kind of. I am in 2 minds with it at the moment because I was all ready to go. I've got the video made. So I am taking it to the plan was taking it to the conspiracy realm. But then with everything kicking off with the bunny boilers of the left and all this, because bear in mind it used to be an opinion show on current events, I sort of paused for a minute and thought, hang on a minute, do I need to keep this where it was and what the people subscribe
Thanks,
for?
John.
And just start offering opinions on the absolute lunacy which is our country at the moment. So I'm going to make the decision by Monday.
Well, believe me, you're going to have absolutely loads of content with all the shit that's going on in this world at the minute, aren't you?
The problem is working out what I'm going to get arrested for if I say something.
That is another thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do I give an opinion and all of a sudden I've got the Stasi knocking down my front door?
You've got a really good point there.
That's what stopped me. That's why I'm like, because if it wasn't for that fact, I'd have been like, yeah, no, let's do it. I'll wade in on Grand Chancellor Stalin and let's see what we can do. But it's just, you don't know what you're going to get arrested for. There's a guy being sent down for 18 months for a retweet. What the hell are they going to do to me when I start waxing lyrical how much of a twat Starmer is?
Waxing lyrical? I'm thinking, what's he fucking waxing? The other thing as well, funny you're saying this, and it's like you said, Mark, you didn't think about it, but what about people like the Talkers, was it the Talkers Corner in London, when people were able to go and stand on a box and say what their actual opinion is? What are they going to do, start going to take them down?
They'll probably send the guns in at this rate.
Well, it's like what we said prior to us going live. What about comedians?
If we lose the right to offend, we lose almost, I'd say about 60% of social cohesion. Because the right to offend comes right down to debate, it comes down to satire, comedy, it comes down to anything that you can say that might offend somebody, because taking offence is an emotional thing. If you strongly believe that the earth is flat and I turn around and call you a pillock because it's not flat, it's round, you take offence to that, I've now broken our right to offend. And that's how simple it can be. And that's the road we're going down. It is frightening.
But who makes the rules of what's actually offending? Because what I find offensive might not be what you find offensive. So
exactly. And this is the problem. There is no guideline of what you can and can't say. The only thing they're saying is racial hatred or incitement to violence. Well, one man's racial comment is another person's joke. There's levels of racial comment. Where do you land? If I do an Irish accent, am I going to get arrested for using an Irish accent?
Well,
some people Irish axeman? Well, yeah, you might get arrested if you're an Irish axeman. Yeah.
Oh, be Jesus! I can't get me words out. But the thing, it's like that because some people class someone doing an Indian accent as racist. So where does the line drop?
But to be totally honest with you, I was talking to this with my father-in-law, and we were talking about Daniel when he were younger. Obviously, he's a Liverpool fan like me, and he wanted to go to school as a hero, and his hero at the time was Daniel Sturridge. Well, Sturridge is black, but I had to say to my lad, I'm sorry, you can't do that.
Yeah,
so you can't black yourself up. You can't do it. But if you're going to be a character who's your hero and he's black, and it was like I was talking to him and I said, well, what about Mr. T, who were a big '80s iconic thing? If you wanted to go to a fancy dress, with Mohican and all jewellery and that, you're going to have to, because that's his skin colour.
I actually went to a party as one of those circus strongmen, but I'd like bronze myself off, get the proper deep skin going, the leopard bloody leotard. I even had some weights and everything. Is that racist? I'm changing my skin colour. It's like, what is going on?
Matt Waits, nice to see you, buddy. The other thing as well is, we were talking about this, I will get on to you in a minute, Mark, is that, how long have they been in? A month? Labour's been in a month?
7 weeks. 7 weeks. What's it going to be like after 4 years?
7 weeks, and they've gone back on about, 6 or 7 of the things that they've said that they would do.
And the rest. Yeah. And the rest. In the last 2 days alone, they've announced that new housing projects, which they're spending billions on, is going to be focused on giving straight to the immigrants, because they're going to go before any Britain. Yeah. And they are reducing the funding for the military, right in the time when Putin, Iran, China, and everyone else is taking aim at us, going, just give me a chance and we'll come in and do you. What's Kia thinking? We're going to kill them with bloody hugs? We'll fight him with a cuddle, it won't be a problem. Everybody loves us. I didn't tell you, they don't.
Bro, we'll get back onto this. If not, we're going to do a full show on politics and Vic's not here. Bro, it's been a week. How are you?
I've been awful. Blooming hay fever's been terrible.
Hay fever's been bad. Haven't you had cold as well?
Well, it's more hay fever than it is all else. But honestly, my nose was an absolute tap. It started... I've had hay fever for a few months, but it's been manageable. But this weekend, Friday, honestly, my nose was a tap. Completely. I just couldn't do anything. It was coming out my eyes, it coming out my nose. I was just a right mess. I haven't done much on the channel this week so far. I've managed to get the first of the cakes and shakes out from Fog Monsters. Did that one yesterday. Hopefully the next one will be out on Thursday. So I'll
just out of interest, have you had any urges to swing from trees or eat bananas?
No.
Right, so it's not monkeypox then?
No.
Mpox.
That's increasing.
No, it's monkeypox. That's what the M stands for. Monkey.
Mpox. That's it. I was just shortening
it. No, it's monkeypox. We're going to give it its proper name. Monkeypox.
Matt Waits, I'm exactly the same as you. I cannot wait for them kids to go back to school. Well, Ollie doesn't go to school anymore. She's at work, but then she'll be going to college. But yeah, I can't wait for the other one. I'm absolutely skint because they think I'm a millionaire or something. I don't know how many times you can come in.
Money tree and garden, aren't you?
I don't know how many times somebody can come in and ask for a couple of quid for a drink. And I turned into my dad and all. There's a tap out there. Council pop. Have that.
Yeah, Corporation Pop, son. That's what I always used to get.
Yeah.
Not very often, but still.
Dad,
I want 50p for a can of Coke. What's wrong with water, son? Keep shit.
It's Council Pop.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we started a brand new thing last week, which was Guess the Sound. Thank you very much for everybody who's commented. I think we've had a couple, and we will go to the comments from last week's video. We will be running that a little bit later on again, so you can have a little bit of a look at it. And a big shout out to the Vaporist for sponsoring this. A lovely set of people. We love Mikey, and we love our Adam as well, obviously. And up for grabs this month. So in 4 weeks' time, we will take all of the answers that are correct. Put them in a spinny wheel and you get a chance to win the Joytech Evo and the Chroma R21700. Big shout out to the Vaporist. Yes. We will be getting over to your hand checks, but I wanted to just touch on a bit of news that's come out, which is a number of UK adults who vape reach record levels, reports have found.
Yeah, wasn't that from Ash? .co or .org? Sorry, should have said. Yeah, I read that one as well.
And again, I bet it's not on the front page, is it? In Sun.
No.
It'll be in some little tiny column about that big.
To be fair, if it was the Sun, the headline would have been "Record levels of popcorn lung."
Yeah, probably.
That's the sun for you.
But just to add to that, which I thought were really good, was a nurse in York, a gentleman called Paul Britton, or Britannia, I think. A hospital worker said he feels tons better and healthier after ditching cigarettes in favour of vaping. His figures showed 1 in 10 adults in the UK were now using e-cigarettes. 1 in 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good figures.
Yeah,
that's big,
that's
isn't it?
brilliant. That.
He spoke as a survey from Action on Smoking and Health, ASH, found 11% of respondents currently vaped. Well, respondents who did it, equivalent to 5.6 million adults in the UK.
Yeah,
Well,
but Shrek,
that number was 2.2.
hang a minute. Just what Shrek's putting there. Record levels that don't vote on vape-related voting. You've got to remember that probably 99% of people that vape don't watch shows like this, don't watch reviews, don't read the internet about vaping. They just go out, get the vape, and that's it. Like they used to do with the cigarettes.
Yeah, again, Mark, I totally back you on this, and I understand the Shrek side of it as well. But like what you're saying is we are the hobbyists, so we're around it all the time. We're reading about the news of it. We're constantly in it, and we're heads are in it. The only time that 99% who goes and gets his little bottle of juice and his coil or whatever, he doesn't even look at anything apart from probably a newspaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And oh look, this is bad for you again.
Yeah, so I mean, let's face it. If the information that all they get is from the Daily Rag, or what's on BBC News or ITV News or Sky News, he's not going to know about it because it's never brought up in the mainstream.
No. And I'll tell you another thing. I do feel that some vape shops let us down by that.
I think a lot of vape shops let us down by that.
Because, like you said, them 99% are only going to have any conversation about vaping with either somebody else who vapes or in that shop.
But it's not only vape shops, it's supermarkets as well.
Yeah,
let's face it, a lot of people do. A lot of people buy the vaping gear from supermarkets,
or a
local shop.
Booze.
Now they need to be involved as well.
There won't be though, and they won't because it's. You got to bear in mind that the big corporations like the Asda's, the Tesco's, the supermarkets, and all the big ones that are selling vape stuff, it would A, cost them to educate their staff to do it, so it's an extra cost that they're never going to pay out for, and B, they like to keep governments happy, and they will not keep Grand Chancellor Stalin happy if they start doing that stuff.
Yeah,
because it means that they jump.
Oh yeah, totally agree with you.
Yeah, I've always said though, I felt that a lot. It was like when we used to talk about battery safety and things like that. I would love to see vape shops again have things up about battery safety posters and even join the cause. You know, we need you sort of posters.
I'd love them to do demonstrations on how to change a battery wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on the poster say, ask for a demonstration on how to change a battery wrap.
True. It probably is the people who eat taste wine. That's because you've had the same coil for about 8 years.
But the thing is that working in a vape shop, you actually realise, and I'm going to try to put this as delicately as possible. I'm not slating anybody for this, but the amount of ignorance when it comes to vaping through the general public is unbelievable. You would not believe how little information. You will get somebody that will be going in the shop once a week for his 10ml bottle and a coil. He hasn't even got a clue what liquid he's vaping on, let alone what the actual coil is. But he's so used to going in and getting the same thing week in, week out. And they just don't have a clue. They have not got a clue.
Other shows have said, Mr. B, the supermarkets aren't concerned of the days. It's just a popular product to them. Well, it might just be a popular product to them, but if there's reported all of a sudden 5.5 million vapors, they will take notice on how they can make it even more popular. Because they'll sell more. But I guarantee it will not involve them jumping on the bandwagon of vaping in the sense that it shows their support for it. Because Grand Chancellor Stalin will have a problem with that.
I don't think it's anything to do with Stalin. I just think the supermarkets itself, they'll only put the point of sale stuff up. They're not bothered about putting any advocacy or anything like
Exactly.
that.
It would cost them more to do that. That's when it starts eating into the profits.
I don't think it costs them more to that. You're only sticking a poster up.
It would cost them more to train the staff.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's all. I'm on about just like sticking information up so people who are going in can
just a poster would do.
A poster, yeah. That's what I'm sort of saying. But I do feel that the vape shops could do a little bit more for that. I know probably such as like Bunny and Mark, when people come in, I know they were pushing for them to sign the petitions and stuff like that. It's just that a lot of the vape shops, half the people who work in them as well, don't know what they're on about.
No.
Where I feel sorry for vape shops and where I think it's an absolute fucking travesty that they're being treated like this. When you've got a platform like Facebook, which is one of the most popular social media platforms, who will bring a hammer down on you quicker than you can say ouch any time you try and advertise anything vaping. So if you try and give out information, like just share it and stuff about battery wrapping or where they can get the best juice or anything like that, Facebook will come down harder than anything on you.
It's same with Instagram.
I think that's
Hello,
so
Instagram.
wrong.
Instagram shadow bans you.
Well, it's same bloody company, isn't it? It's Zuckerberg. But the fact is, I don't understand why they would do that, apart from the fact it's a company owned in America, in the Silicon Valley, where there just happens to be big pharma representation there.
Pug's come up with a good one here. 80% of shops that sell vapes aren't vape shops. That's the problem. And he's totally right. It's a bargain booze or it's your corner store. That's the problem. We've said it for years.
Do you think what was the UK via that they're trying to bring forward the actual registration thing? Do you think that would change things in the high street?
Again, we've done plenty of shows on this, bro. I think there should be a license. I could understand like Bunnies and Mark sort of viewing it. Again, we've got that many costs. I would like them to keep it down and then say, right, all these people who are registered, you can then sell vapes like you would do for alcohol or cigarettes, meaning that they've got a database of where these shops are, means that it would then help trading standards to be able to go out and check up all on these.
Exactly.
Me personally, I think it would help get rid of the cowboys.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with the UK via. Pardon?
Yeah. We've been calling for that for years. It's the only logical route. It gets rid of it. It puts a massive dent into child vaping because the majority of shop owners are going to follow the rules, and the only ones that won't are the same ones that will sell alcohol to kids. So there's no way of getting around that anyway, other than giving them a massive fine and taking the license away from them. But it's something to hold all the shops to say, look, you need to do this right, or you will not have the permission to sell vaping products.
It was just like people like big companies can afford it and little companies can't afford it. Maybe if they do it in such a way that dependent on it's based on the amount of staff that you have.
I think.
So, for example, you're a shop,
licensing,
and there's only 2 people that work there.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to pay the same price as a company that's got loads of chains of different shops.
No, am I right with alcohol licensing? It's per premise, isn't it?
No, it's a personal license, so it's the person who runs the store.
Right.
When we ran the pub, Lou had a personal license, I had a personal license. So,
but what I'm saying is, though, a Bargain Booze Barrowford will not be the same license as Bargain Booze London.
Yeah, well,
would have to be separate bloody licenses, wouldn't they?
Well, no, not necessarily. If just say he owns that shop there, or she, then and he owns that shop down there, his license would cover him over it.
You pedantic bastard. My point with putting 500 miles between them was so it was obvious it was 2 different bloody owners.
Oh. I don't understand, but don't worry.
No, my point is 2 different Bargain Booze owned by 2 different people would need 2 licenses.
2 separate licenses, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because it's actually the person, obviously Bargain Booze is a big company, but it's more of a franchise sort of thing. We'll just say we're any shop, he would have to have his own separate license to it.
Yeah. So with the vape, license, and I 100% agree with Pugs, and I think I've even said it in the past. A 200 quid nominal to sell vaping products, I think that's more than. Not only does it give money for policing or whatever, I think it works really well. I think it would work extremely well.
Yeah, I think it will. Just going back onto the UKVA, did you actually see that they are doing sort of like a get-together for B2B businesses?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Did you actually see
that
how
on
much
Twitter.
they were trying to charge people for a ticket?
No, I didn't see that bit, no.
£100 a ticket.
Oh, for God's sake.
Is that
What are they trying to do?
all?
A vaping version of
What
B&I?
do you mean, is that all?
Is that all?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
We'll
They're
get a couple of
profiteering.
tickets each and we'll, yeah.
So I can't remember the figures off me head. I don't know if you watched the UK Vape show when he were on, but I said to him, look, it costs them this amount a year to join you, that amount a year, it all depends what tier they're in. And then I'm thinking they've had to pay all that, and then they've got to pay for another £100 ticket.
That's
What, do you get volleybonds with it as well?
It did say on it, breaking for lunch. Now, are they providing a lunch?
Yeah, I want volleybonds.
For 100 quid.
I don't want them
hotel and
cheap
everything.
Iceland ones either. I want posh ones.
The posh ones that taste worse than the actual the cheap
Yeah.
one. But yeah, no, £100.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy. It's just no. They should feel ashamed of themselves for that.
Right then, shall we have a little look at the people on the replay? Because we did have a bit of a comment on the Guess the Sound. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to play my normal thing. People on Insta, you don't get this yet. But people on the replay. People on the replay. There we go, and we're back. Bro, people on the replay.
Right, we've got 4 comments from last week. Benny Vapes.
Hey.
He thinks the sound is a deck of cards being shuffled.
Ooh. Don't nobody say whether it's right or whether it isn't.
No, I'm not saying if
No.
it's right or not, because I can't remember myself.
I am. It's the first clue. It's the first guess. It's only fair. It is not the shuffle of a pack of cards.
Okay, you can't do it for all of the guesses though.
No, just the first one.
Okay. It's not
Proof
a
of
But
fact.
Mark-
concept.
But Mark H thinks it's Mr. B and his eyebrows waxing.
Fuck's sake, you got it.
I fucking love that when you had your eyebrows fucking got it. He just looks so
That was
strange with his
painful.
bald head and that.
That was painful.
It
That
was
like,
funny as hell.
Oh my God.
This is another interesting one. This is not related to the quiz, but Aidan did put this up a couple of weeks back, but he's put it back up again. Hi guys, has anyone seen the new advert for the Nicotinettes? I've got that Nicorettes. That's
Nicorettes.
it. That's it. Yeah. Can't believe they are having a pop at vapors by saying, when you are gasping for a vape, why not use Nicorettes? Something
Nicorettes.
along those. Yeah, no, I'm bloody crap.
Just think
Hello,
of knickers and ets.
Beggars belief. Have you seen the advert?
I have.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it loads. It's been on a few times, but I did find it rather strange that they did. But I would have. It's the same thing. They wanted people to get off.
I have a different view on this. I think that's more of a praise for vaping. Because once upon a time, they would attack smoking. They obviously see vaping as their biggest competition.
Wait, did it? You've got to think. We again, 3-4 years ago, we were talking a lot about it. They were 30% down on the gums and sprays and all that. I wonder what, and the patches. I wonder what they're down now.
Well, it doesn't help that there was a study done by the NHS where it said that you are, I can't remember the actual figure, but a percentage more likely to quit smoking from vaping than you are with gums and all that sort of jazz.
NRTs are a 3% success rate. That's how we know it.
Obviously, our dad tried them God knows how many times, and my mum, and they just don't work. Well, they might do for some people. I'm not saying completely. It's a little bit like Champex, isn't it? I've heard so many.
God, yeah.
I've heard so many horror stories of people wanting to kill themselves and everything, and then I've spoken to people, and they've gone, "That's how I quit smoking. It worked for me."
See, that's the thing about addiction. It differs from person to person. completely how to resolve their addiction. It's just different from we are so different.
Actually, I think you were one of the people I spoke to, Matt. I think we were an after show somewhere, and Matt was saying it worked for him as well. And again, you just don't. Again, gums. I will tell you about Pat Nimmo, who quit smoking, give him loads of devices, and then he quit vaping. But he says, I've had, like we've had that little twinge. He says, so I've used some of the gums. He says, and that's really helped me.
I remember
I've heard
using
people,
spray.
the nicotine pouches.
Yeah.
I've heard people.
Yeah, the snooze.
Yeah.
The spray used to give me hiccups, so I stopped using it completely.
Again, Mark H, you're totally right. That spray is horrible. Now, a mate of mine, again, I got onto vaping. I think he's still alive, but he's an older gentleman. I ain't seen him for a long time. But he had that, and he had to spray it under his tongue, and I had to go in it, and it is horrible. And he was getting it for free. And do you know what they said? That if he came and his carbon monoxide or whatever levels they were testing, if you've been smoking in that week, were over a certain thing, he wouldn't get it free. They wouldn't give it him.
Well, to be fair, that's only fair enough if they're giving it, if they're paying for it. But it was a horrible experience, that spray. I tried it for like 3 days, and I wanted to throttle someone by the end of it. Because every time I took when I was desperate enough to use it, I'd have hiccups for like 10 minutes, and I wouldn't be able to stop them. Which then made me not want to use the spray, which then made me suffer from withdrawals. And by the end of the 3 days, I just give me a cigarette. Fuck this.
See, the problem with a lot of NRTs is it's not. How can you? It's almost like they don't understand the addiction. One, and first and foremost, and we've all got to think about this one. We enjoy it. And nobody takes that bit into consideration.
No, they don't.
We enjoy it. Then you've got the habits section. Something that you put into your mouth constantly. You're doing that.
Yeah.
It's that as well. That's an addiction on its own. Then obviously you've got the sensation of nicotine. Now, I would say that nicotine is probably lower down the level of addiction than the actual taking part of actually having a cigarette.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what you mean. So you're on about the repetitive process of it, of inhaling, putting it in your mouth, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
that is addictive as well.
Human beings are habit people. Yeah. We like routine and we like habits. So you wake up first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, first thing you'll do is go to the toilet. Then have a fag. You'll have something to eat. As soon as you've finished your lovely meal, I'll have a fag.
Just to help our actual US, just to help our US viewers that actually need
cigarettes. But you understand?
He wasn't talking about bringing in the normal homosexual.
No. He's good at skiing.
Wake up in the morning, have a fag.
Always makes me smile.
And that's where the problem lies. It's not. Nicotine is addictive. We already know that it is. But I don't think it's any more addictive than like caffeine is.
Yeah, like Birdie was saying. In fact, it's really weird you said that. I was looking up how harmful is nicotine. And what they're saying, it increases your blood pressure, your heart rate, the flow of blood to your heart, and narrowing of the arteries, vessels that carry blood, obviously. Nicotine may also contribute to the hardening of artery walls, which in turn may lead to heart attacks. Now, when I read this, are they saying nicotine? Or surely some of that's got to do with the actual smoking as well, isn't it?
I would have thought so.
Before you go into that, there's a rule that I use for any study. And the first question...
What, if it fits in my mouth, I can eat it?
No, study your tip. The person that's doing the actual thing. Anyone who says, this study is shown, the first question I ask is, who did the study and who paid for it? Yeah. Because it wasn't so long ago, I think we're talking 2016,
You're right, CC.
Coca-Cola paid for a study to be done to show that sugar doesn't give diabetes.
Mark, that's another good point there as well. You know, like you were saying, the repetitive bit of it. John Paul Glasgow, nice to see you, buddy, as always. Smoking cigarettes is a lot to do with socialising for me, especially at work, etc. Yep. That's how I started. So I remember this myself, how I started out on cigars when I first started. It was because everybody else was doing it. We didn't have to go out in a smoke shelter, did we? But everybody else was doing it, and it was that sort of thing to do.
What, why do you think a lot of... start a brandy room?
Yeah, did you? Old men's clubs, working men's clubs.
Why do you think that we've had this increase in young people taking up vaping? It's a social thing.
Yeah.
We are social animals.
That's why peer pressure is such a thing.
Yeah.
It's also why we're so averse to change.
I didn't realise how much kids are actual sheep. Because one does it. So it was like, this is a funny one. Now, my mate, Daniel's mate, lovely family, and he's a lovely kid. But they're a big family, and he's got brothers who are all older and working. So when he got his birthday money, I think he had about 350 quid. Daniel had obviously got it from us and Mark and that. He had about 180. So their birthdays on the same day. So he went to, I think it was JD Sports, and he bought a set of Nike trainers for 80 quid. I'd never pay for them. So then Daniel said, I want them, but it's like, my money gone. I want tracksuits and stuff like that. I says, if you go to Sports Direct next door, I says, you'll be able to get them for about 40 quid. And do you know what he said? All my mate says that it's the Snides in Sports Direct. I went, there can't be Snides because it's a multinational company. They won't get away with it.
How are they going to tell what shop they bought them from? Does he go around with a fucking receipt?
Exactly.
Right, they're nice trainers then, but we need to see your receipt. Where'd you buy them from?
But it's just
ticket on Soul.
It's just funny how it goes on, isn't it?
Right, we've got one more.
Yep.
Before we go any further, Big Jenks. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Jenks. Jenks.
Janks.
Go for that. Janks
or Jenks.
No, I'd go with Jenks.
Yeah, Jenks. The Irish won't be saying bejesus over riots. Here, it's been kicking off there as well. Even the two factions have joined together to oppose the level of immigration in Ireland.
Reminds me of the 1992 LA riots where the Bloods and Crips joined together.
Yeah, it's not very nice at the minute, is it? All the way around the country, and I hope everybody's staying safe. It is that wonderful time for the handshakes, people.
It's that time, people. It's handshake time.
Right, we're on big screen, and I need to put us on big screen as well on this one. There we go. Over on Instagram. Again, if you want to get involved in this, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself over to the Facebook group. Join in there. Get yourself a part of it. Not only you'll be able to participate in the sound, you'll be able to listen to it a few times, but don't forget to put the comment on this video or last video or next week's video. And also, you get to put your hand check, and we get to have a little look what people are doing.
Oh, Imperial Chancellor, can you please, pretty please, with sugar on top, enable sharing?
Yep, it was the only thing out of everything that I've done I forgot to do. Yeah, there you go, bro.
Thank you. Share.
Nice to see everybody on. Nice to see you, Red. Hope you okay. He's on Instagram, by the way, people. Nice to see you, Red.
Right, here we are in the 3 Men in a Vape Facebook group. If you want to show off your mods, this is the place to be. Just add yourself to the group, and one of our lovely moderators, thank you very much, you awesome people, will check you out, make sure you're not a nutcase, and then add you to the group. Man, even if you are a nutcase,
we'll let you in.
Yeah. There's none of this Labour censorship in here. So we're going to start off with John McClintock.
Oh, I like one.
Do you know what? Those mods are just as sexy as the name. This guy's got the most Western sounding name, the most cowboy sounding name in the world. John McClintock. Get his 6
What, did he know Forrest Gump?
Well, he was an Alabama cowboy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, did you not know that?
And some lovely juices there as well. Baked and shake with a lovely Shy Tots. Award-winning key lime pie.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
An award-winning fluid, but not for the old boy. They did it for the Yorkshire Stripper, which is gorgeous.
What a name for a vape that is, Yorkshire Stripper. It's lovely.
Yorkshire, yeah.
That is lovely, John.
Sipper.
Moving on to Paul Winstanley. We've got a Stat Mod Menelaus 18650, Fatality 30ml, and some passion fruit meringue.
Looking nice in orange.
Yeah.
That Unreal, if I remember correctly, isn't that by Whitlicker? I'm sure it is.
I'm not sure.
It's one of their ranges, Whitlicker. Very nice. Moving on. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, he's got a green. See, Ashley has got a Grim Greener. A Grim
He's also got
Army
it signed as well, which
Hexor.
is ace.
Yes.
And she won it.
She won it.
That is awesome.
Oh,
That is
wicked.
awesome.
And
So
look at his
she's got a
embossing
green
as well.
Hexome. I'll assume that's a Hexome 3.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
awesome. He's
That
got
is-
Green Army on it as well. Cool.
Lovely. That is something you can use and be proud of. Moving on, we've got this one.
So he's
Oh,
finally
off
got it
some-
then.
Yeah, showing off some Legio X. Sean Garb was on its way last week. Here now, so a legit hand check this time. My Joker Hydra from Infinite Mods, QP Juggernaut, and some Britannia custard from Legion X.
that's just a perfect setup, that.
Do you know what I like as well? I like how they've done the bats round the side.
Yeah.
Yes. Love that.
You sounded like the penguin then.
Are you saying because I'm fat I sound like the penguin?
No, if I'd have said that, I'd have said it with the way you walked.
We're going to have conversation after this show, son. Billy Levi's with...
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking at you, baby. Blaze Max RTA on the Armour S with some luscious banana butterscotch custard.
Ooh.
I just love how she's got everything all... I bet her house is so neat.
I bet it's a house you have to take shoes off before you go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And she has got the best name in vaping.
Yes.
Oh, Billy Lee is not my vapor. Nikki Maynard, the
Nice seeing you, Nikki.
IPV 200 with the Voltron 30mm V3 with some Unreal Vanilla Cheesecake, the Odin V2 with the Osiris 30mm with some Black Bess, the Ultron and Stabwood Gay with the Voltron 30mm V3 with some Ardeur Châteld.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice. Who have we got next?
Ooh.
Thomas Baggett with
Oh,
the
nice little rebel.
Rebel DNA 75 with the Dwarf 24
So,
millimeter.
again, Thomas,
Yeah,
how's
yeah.
the actual battery door? Is it still on it? It looks like it is, because a lot of the battery doors fucked up on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
If I remember the wonderful Les Wardle, obviously he's passed away now, a wonderful bloke. He sent one over to, I think he sent two, his and his wife's, over to Jay to get them fixed.
Mark Howard Evil with the Death Wish V3 with the Aromaxy Lemon Puff. Juice is awesome. Everyone must try it.
Yes, got to agree.
Is that signed or something at the back, or is it at the bottom of the mod, or is it just how it is, the blackness on it?
It's just the design.
Right. I like it.
Is it not like a particular?
Brilliant.
No, I think it's
Death
a
Wish.
reflection. It's a reflection.
Is it?
Yeah, the dark bit's a reflection. We've got some fluid action.
Ooh.
Paul Pugs Foster, blatant shill. You shilly bastard. Look at that.
I love
like
that. I love that one on the right hand side. That looks lovely. That.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it?
That's something you pull out in a biker's bar. That's amazing.
It's
Yeah,
almost like a Ouija board, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I would think, like if you vaped it, you'd have to sit there in like a dressing gown, one of them afternoon ones that people...
What, in a leather armchair?
a leather armchair.
So
I
what
was
you've done
certainly
is
drunk
you
at
just,
the
you
time. Ooh, woolly
just
mammoth.
turned Paul into Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Instead of a
I've
pack, he's
actually
got
heard a few things about Pugs. He is a bit of a Hugh Hefner.
Doesn't surprise me, dirty bastard. Matt Witt, the UMods regular VWM Innova, filled with some amatorium glamour.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Although, yeah, if you're going to take your pictures, sort out your blankets in background. We'll not have any of this mess around here.
Little them were asleep then.
Moving on, we've got Gazmic Twatflap. Infinite Mods Cranium Mech with the Infinite Mods Lunar RDA. The grass in the background was also created by Infinite Mods.
I don't think it was flat cap because it would once have the yellow bits in it.
Probably 3D printed it.
Yeah, 3D printed grass. I was there when he bought that, and it's an absolute corking mod in it, and
It's a
he
nice
is
mod.
such a talented mod maker, Oscar, and a lovely bloke as well. Him and his wife.
I'll begrudgingly give Twatflap some praise. That is a nice mod. Moving on, we've got Ben Martin with this new Therian 2 DNA 250.
Looks nice, that, doesn't it?
That is a pretty little beast.
I so love C, the battery door, the C ones.
C-frame.
C-frame. I think they are so much easier than fanning around, at bottom and trying to get it out. And
They make life so much easier on every, and it's more ergonomically sound as well.
Talking about a C-frame, did anybody see on the Facebook group that Harley posted that the data were interfering with his radio?
Yeah, that was brilliant, was that? Gareth Shretbarker, the StatMod series, one of the 5 beta test models. You only had to say, look at him, look how big my cock is. One of the 5 beta test models, single 2NE1700 Voltrov, 30V3, remastered, chubby juice, eaten mess.
And 2 pints of black sheep Ridgewater. Nice.
Very nice, not bad. Shane Gibson, the Dot Mod, sturdy one. Collab with King's Custard Lemon.
That's gorgeous. Big shout out to King's Custard.
King's Custard.
Again, another fantastic UK company. We're so lucky. Talking about a fantastic UK company, here's another one as well.
Yep. Jane has sent us a picture of her furry rug with some sex toys that are absolutely beautiful.
I love your rug, Jane.
Ribbed for her pleasure is this one here.
I like that.
Yeah, I do. I like the infinite one in the middle though. I've got to say that's my
I've got
favourite.
to admit that Dot Mod RDA looks well on that.
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
To me, the infinite one in the middle is the best out of the lot. I quite like that. I like that a lot. I might have to go buy one of them now. And then
Shrek
she
says
sent
size
us,
lives matter.
yeah, and she sent us another one, which is a very bright yellow one, and showing off her lovely nails.
Oh, I like that as well.
Yeah,
What your back?
That's quite nice. So there you go, folks. That is, just double check that is all the comments. And just go to all
comments.
Paul Winstanley. Yeah, we've done that one.
It went up. I think it went up, mate. I think
folks,
to 18.
No, that was all of them. Paul Winstanley.
I think you've done it. Just check right down at bottom.
Check your bottom.
Soggy. No, we're off.
Come on, wait. No, that's all of them. My claggy
Yay.
bottom is no longer claggy. There we go, folks. So that is your hand checks. Thank you very much for sending all your hand checks in. And soon enough, I'll show you some deals a week so you can buy one of them and do more pictures.
Yay! Right, back to main screen on both of them. There we go. Plenty of buttons to press. Again, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you want to get involved in that, get yourself over to the Facebook group. Don't forget, we will be doing your Roger Project giveaway a little bit later on, but use 15%. 3 Men Vape will get you 15% off on the website. It is now time for us to do Guess That Sound. Yes. So I'm going to play this. And the way it works, you know what it is, you've got to guess the sound. It's going to run for 4 weeks continuous. Big shout out to the Vaporist. We have got a Joytech Evo starter kit, which you can help somebody stop them stinkies. And also a Chroma R21700, which is one of my favourite mods. All from the Vaporist. Big shout out to them. Right then, unfortunately you on Instagram this week won't be able to see this. But if you did want to, get yourself over to YouTube. What's the sound, people? So, people, that is Guess the Sound. And don't forget, don't put it anywhere else. Don't put it in the Facebook group. Put it under either last week's video or this week's video. And like we said, we're going to join them all together and we're going to do a big spinny wheel. And whoever the winner is, the winner.
It could be you.
Well, isn't that a bit of a moot point? The winner is the winner.
It is, yeah. That's the only thing that popped into my head. It was a little bit like penguin. I don't know why.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Talk about squirrels as well. Big shout out to my mate Stuart Valentine. It was his birthday last week. Happy birthday, bro. Love you loads. Right then.
It's going to be a Harley push then.
Talking about the Vaporist, I think it's time that we do Deals of the Week.
A message from deep within the jungle. I've searched high and low for a lot of the deals. So here from Vape, Deals of the Week.
Any deals? Is there any deals, people? Mr.
Vaporist.
B. I should have put this on the big screen, but I forgot.
There you go, Vaporist.
There's a few. There's a few. I've got to say, we've got a couple of deals. And I've done a bit of a theme this time. Let me just...
You've got a bit of a theme?
A theme?
A theme. So what I've done is I've picked a mix of things, but since we've got 5 million vapors, I thought I'd pick a few things that you could, if you know someone that wants to quit smoking and go on to vaping, you could point to in this direction. Now, this is the first one over at Vaping 101, our friends. It is the IVG Smart 550 rechargeable pod vape kit for $9.99.
That's not bad at all.
I think
that is
that's
not bad.
at all. That's not bad at all. Rechargeable, jobs are good, and a tenner, you're sorted. Keeping with Vaping 101, they are selling this beast, the Geek Vape Ages 2 L200 full kit for $47.99.
Good bit
That's
of kit.
the
I've
full
got a couple
kit.
of them.
Yeah, that's the full kit. That's the mod, the tank, coils, everything.
Yep.
$47.99. That's a good replacement mod, is that? Moving over to our friends at EC1, they are selling this little baby. Let me just zoom out on that a little bit. The Umie Wasp Nano version 2 RTA for £12.99.
Yeah, it is good.
I think that's a cracking little sale, is that
Well
one?
worth it.
They've also got this thing, this little beastie, the Uwell Caliburn GZ2 pod kit for £9.99.
Mark, who had this at Expo when they were showing us? Was it...
There was quite, to be honest with you, I was just about to say there was quite a few people vaping on that.
I know Adam's got one.
Yeah.
And also Mickey Love's got one and all.
I think that's a cracking first kit.
Do you know
For a
what though?
tenner, you can't-
It looked a bit weird. You know, like from the front, you know, like where the blue bit is, it just looked that small. But then when you turned it, it's like, wow, where's all the rest of it come from? You know what I mean?
It's a bit like me. You know, you look at the front, think, hey, nice looking.
Don't turn
You're a 10.
around.
Now, keeping with eSig1, they are selling this little beast, the Vpon Tita all-in-one with the Burra tank for $29.99, reduced from 90 quid.
That's not bad at all.
That is good.
That is a deal and a half.
Just show
Is the black one
the
still
black one on the
available?
side because it looks brilliant on side, doesn't it?
Yeah, you got that. You got that.
Yeah, I like
got
that.
Are they selling both of them, black and the white?
They are selling colour white, so no, it's just the white one.
That's a
Which
shame.
while
But
stock-
I still
while
like
stock
that one.
lasts. I think the white one looks better because it has that nice little contrast, a little bit of
It's if
checkable.
it stays like that. You know, like...
Yeah.
You'll end up getting... White mods, for me, they always end up getting a bit of a tinge, don't they?
Wash your hands.
He's Stormtrooper looking.
Yeah,
It
true.
is. And
But
then
yeah, no,
going over
that's a
to
bargain and a half, that.
They're moving on to our friends at the Vaporist, who are selling the Uwell Hypercar full kit for $29.99.
Plus, you also get a free battery.
Yeah, a free battery.
So you've got... How much is a battery,
Though,
roughly?
isn't
What would
it?
you say, about a
Tenner.
fiver-ish?
Tenner.
Yeah.
If you go for a decent one, like a Molly cell or something like that, between 7 to 10 quid. So I think
Strange
that's a
name
cracking
though,
deal.
isn't it? Why would they call it a hypercar?
And it's also free delivery.
Yeah. I think that it's all round. That is, if you're looking for something to take to work or moving on from a starter kit to this, I think that is a beautiful next step or a good second mod. $29.99 for all
Can't go
in,
wrong at that, can you?
battery delivery, the works. I think that's a brilliant deal.
Just going on about that T1, I was just reading Matt who's very knowledgeable on vaping. He's a lovely bloke as well. Got to remember that the Vape-On is a dot tank rather than a burrow. The tighter feels cheap as hell, though. That's what he said. I like it, mate. But obviously I've not vaped it.
It does come with coils, but it was 90 quid. It's now 30 quid.
Good deal.
If you're looking to get into AIOs, good starting point. And I think it might feel cheap to begin with, but it's $29.99. What are you wanting?
Yeah, like I said, I've not used it, so I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I'm tempted to buy one. I must admit, for 30 quid, I'm tempted to buy one. I think that's a nice little mod, is that? So there you go, folks. That is your deals of the week. Boom! And I think you just heard my lovely wife in the background saying, keep fucking dreaming. But
that's not very nice, is it? Do you know what I forgot to do? I've done everything else. I forgot to put Nightbot on. It's been all over that, isn't it? I've got everything else working, and then I forgot to put Nightbot on. But we should see Nightbot pretty soon. We're right. We still got plenty of time. That was your deals of the week. We haven't got plenty of time. We've literally got 3 minutes. That's not great, is it?
No.
That show's gone quick. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let me just get this giveaway up and running. It should work, and if not, then I'll make it work. The keyword, like normal, let me just get it put in. Rochford.
I'll treat it like an abstinent donkey.
Roch. There you go, people. That is the keyword. Get it in as quickly as possible because the wonderful Benny Vapes is on just after us. I did lose the track of time, so that is my fault, and I'm so sorry. Big shout out again once again to the wonderful Rochford Project and also the wonderful people at the Vaporist. Please get over there and support them. They're absolute fantastic people, and you get to use 15% to get it off. Whew, that went in quick. A lot of users. Right then. It's that point the mark. It's just gone so quick. Everything's just gone so quick.
Way too quick.
I thought it were only about 1/4 or something like that.
Yeah. No, it is literally 20:58.
Yeah. And obviously we love the wonderful Benny Vapes. So that's still on that bit of the show. We'll have to leave Instagram running for a little while. Nice to see you, Vaping Bogan. Hope you're okay, buddy. We'll have to get Sam on the show. It'd be lovely to see him. So yes, that's it. If you lot have all put your Rochfords in, it's your last chance, people.
Roll them in. Come on,
roll them. We'll be rolling it. I tell you what, we're doing that. Mr. B, say your goodbyes, buddy.
Goodbye. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. As always, I love you all. Don't forget to go over to the Huddle and subscribe. We're up to 70 subscribers at this moment in time. That channel will be going live in the very near future. You will not want to miss out. What
I'll do as well is I'll change it over. I don't think I've changed it over in night, but I'll get that done over there, and then we'll start so they can get over and sub. Yes.
How very dare you?
Do you know what? You look like one of them cats then. You know, one of them ones who have been hit by a fucking shovel. I'm joking, bro.
This conversation after the show's getting longer.
Don't forget over and check out Mr. B, the Huddle. He will be back next week. Mr. Marky Crew, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks ever so much for joining us. You guys on Instagram, hello, and welcome to our crazy show. If you'd like to see a little bit more of me, don't forget to go over to Solo on YouTube, where I do lovely little reviews. Back to you, Aidan.
Right, before we go, let's roll this. Let's see who won it. And the winner is the cowboy, John McClintock. You have won, buddy. Do you own it? Do you own it?
Rolling. John's arse is swollen.
Fucking hell, you're going to
Rawhide.
Somebody got it. Finally.
John, get in touch with the wonderful people at the Rochford Project. Please don't nobody else try and get it because Jay does watch the show and he does know who's won it. You get the chance to pick 2 of the wonderful flavours. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week. Don't forget to have your little guess on Guess the Sound. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to be a part of the Facebook group. It always does help, so get yourself over there. Join us next week, same bat channel, same bat time. Big love to you all. Look after yourself and a good nighter.
Whoa. Mark hasn't said goodbye.
I have.
You haven't.
You did.
Yeah, I
You
did.
didn't.
I did.
I'll tell you what I didn't do, though. I didn't thank all the people who've joined us today in chat. You make the show, and also the Spanners for making sure that we are nice and safe. Good night, people. Make sure you get over and go and see the wonderful Benny Vapes.
Good night, folks. Good night, Instagram.
Good night, Instagram.
Oh.
I don't know which one to turn off or what.
Tell you what, you treat about Instagram like a proper second-class citizen. You don't get this. You're not good enough for them bumpers.
Right, there we
You
go.
want to be a first-class citizen, get over to YouTube.
Right, end stream. I think that might be the best thing to do.